Now, in Game of Thrones, do the actors have any chance to make their own, I mean, something of their own? And they've give you ideas and new ideas or more ideas or?
Well, I mean, the television show is separate from the books. I mean, the actors don't have any influence on the books. But certainly they have
well, the main characters, the ones they remain
on the character as they've seen in the television show. Now, some of the characters on the television show are very, very similar to the characters in the books, but others are not. For example,
and you're okay with that?
The German actress Sybil Kekeli played the role of Shae, a camp follower who becomes involved with Tyrion. And her take on Shae was much different than the character in the books. And, you know, I watched, and Sybil and I have become good friends since then. I just saw her a few weeks ago. She visited me in Santa Fe. But as I watched the first season, I'm watching her Shae. I said, "This is all wrong. This is not the way I wrote Shae. This character is not
in my book.
It all wrong. It's a different Shae." And then the more I watched it, I said, "It's a better Shae." Her Shae has more depth than my version.
My one.
Her Shae has more, you know, more emotional realism than my Shae. I mean, you know, Shae is a secondary, maybe even a tertiary character. So, in the book, she mainly functions as a foil for Tyrion. But Sybil is an amazingly talented young actress, and she took that part and gave it an emotional resonance and depth, and made it a person in her own right, whose own story was separate from, and not just a kind of small part of Tyrion's story. And you know, that's what the great actors do. They make the roles their own, and they can take them in unexpected directions.
At the beginning, were you okay with that? I mean,
at the beginning, I was a little concerned about it, so I saw what she was doing, and you know, her Shae is better than my Shae, but they're both dead now, so it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, I gave away. I hope there's people there who. Your Shae was a lot smarter than Book Shae, and Book Shae had many virtues, but she was not a deep thinker. She was just seeing the stuff that was immediately in front of him, and you know, the point where Tyrion, you know, initially when he brings it to the city in the book, how much of the books have you read? Have you read any of the books?
No, I started with your Game of Thrones book in English. I told you
But you're still on the first one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't want to read it before, you know, while
Sure.
I was filming, and now I bought an English one, and I want to read it in your language, not in German. Not now.
Well, when Tyrion first brings Shae to the city in the books, he gives her own house, like a mansion, with servants.
Really?
Yeah, he sets her up in this place, and he visits her secretly when he can. But when he can't, of course, she's alone by herself there, and you know, she's bored, so she has singers in and other people. Which he gets jealous of, so there's tension there between them. So it's quite a different dynamic.
Yeah.
But David and Dan had to simplify it. I you know, the first season that you were on, I knowing where it was going, I was saying, how are they going to do this? How are David and Dan going to do this? Because, you know, she really likes Tyrion. She really has genuine feelings for him. So how are they going to work the betrayal at the end? It's not going to be convincing, but
yes.
I think they made it convincing, and given the fact that it was genuine feeling there,
I agree.
it was more powerful.